The place he found beyond expression bright, compared with aught on earth, metal or stone, not all parts like, but all alike informed with radiant light, as glowing iron with fire. If metal, part seemed gold, part silver clear. If stone, carbuncle, most, or chrysolite, ruby or topaz to the 12 that shone in Aaron's breastplate, and a stone besides, imagined rather oft than elsewhere seen, that stone, or like to that which here below philosophers in vain so long have sought, in vain, though by their powerful art they bind volatile Hermes, and call up unbound in various shapes old Proteus from the sea, drained through alembic to his native form. What wonder then if fields and regions here breathe forth elixir pure, and rivers run potable gold, when with one virtuous touch the arch-chemic's sun, so far from us remote, produces with terrestrial humour mixed, here in the dark so many precious things, of colour glorious and effect so rare. Here matter new to gaze the devil met undazzled, far and wide his eye commands, for sight no obstacle found here, nor shade, but all sunshine, as when his beams at noon culminate from the equator, as they now shot upwards still direct, whence no way round shadow from body opaque can fall. In the air, nowhere so clear sharpened his visual ray to objects distant far, whereby he soon saw within ken a glorious angel stand, the same whom John saw also in the sun. His back was turned, but not his brightness hid. Of beaming sunny rays a golden tier circled his head, nor less his locks behind illustrious on his shoulders fledged with wings lay waving round. On some great charge employed he seemed, or fixed in cogitation deep. Glad was the spirit and pure, as now in hope to find who might direct his wandering flight to paradise, the happy seat of man, his journey's end and our beginning woe. But first he cast to change his proper shape, which else might work him danger or delay. And now a stripling cherub he appears, not of the prime, yet such as in his face youth smiled celestial, and to every limb suitable grace diffused, so well he feigned. Under a coronet his flowing hair in curls on either cheek played, wings he wore of many a coloured plume, sprinkled with gold, his habit fit for speed succinct, and held before his decent steps a silver wand. He drew not nigh unheard. The angel bright, ere he drew nigh, his radiant visage turned, admonished by his ear, and straight was known the archangel Uriel, one of the 7 who in God's presence nearest to his throne stand ready at command, and are his eyes that run through all the heavens, or down to the earth, bear his swift errands over moist and dry, or sea and land. Him Satan thus accosts: Uriel, for thou of those 7 spirits that stand in sight of God's high throne, gloriously bright, the first art, want his great authentic will, interpreter through highest heaven to bring, where all his sons thy embassy attend. And here art likeliest by supreme decree like honour to obtain, and as his eye to visit oft this new creation round, unspeakable desire to see and know all his wondrous works, but chiefly man, his chief delight and favor, him for whom all these his works so wondrous he ordained, hath brought me from the choirs of cherubim, alone thus wandering. Brightest seraph, tell in which of all these shining orbs hath man his fixed seat, or fixed seat hath none, but all these shining orbs his choice to dwell, that I may find him, and with secret gaze or open admiration him behold, on whom the great Creator hath bestowed worlds, and on whom hath all these graces poured, that both in him and all things, as is meet, the universal Maker we may praise, who justly hath driven out his rebel foes to deepest hell, and to repair that loss, created this new happy race of men to serve him better. Wise are all his ways,